Hello students, in the last video we have studied about some land or terrestrial plants and learned how they adapt themselves in that particular area. Okay, now in this video we'll see some other land habitats and plants adaptations. So, I hope now you know the meaning of adaptation. Adaptations are the special features that help a plant to survive in its habitat. And what do you mean by habitat? Yes, the place where an organism usually lives and grows in nature is called its habitat. That means a living being's natural home is known as its habitat. Okay? Now, as you know that those plants that grow on land are called terrestrial plants. That means plants which grows on land are called terrestrial plants. And we have discussed in our previous video that there are various kinds of land areas such as plains, deserts, mountains, heavy rainfall areas, seacoast, marshy or swampy areas. We have learnt about adaptation in plants of plains and desert areas in our previous video. Now we will learn about rest of the land habitats and adaptation of plants in these areas. Okay. So first one is plants in mountains. Climate, cold temperature. Students, you may know that the temperature is very cold in mountains and hilly areas. The next adaptation is most plants are tall, straight and cone shaped. That means apart from tall and straight, the shape of plant is cone shaped. But why these plants are cone shaped? Just look at this image. This is a spruce tree which is in cone shaped. Okay. So these plants are cone shaped because in mountain areas sometimes they receive snowfall. So that snow falls off easily from their surface. Okay. That is why these trees are in cone shaped. Okay. Now, next adaptation is needle shaped leaves. That means they have needle shaped leaves. But why do they have needle shaped leaves? Because it prevents too much water loss and helps shed snow easily. Shed means fall off. Okay. See in this image. These leaves are needle shaped. Means these are pointed leaves. Okay. So these needle shaped leaves helps in reducing water loss and also helps to shed snow easily. Okay. The next adaptation is waxy coating on leaves prevent water loss and evaporation. That means waxy coating is present on leaves of plants. Okay, that prevent water loss and evaporation. You know very well, children, that evaporation is a process in which water or liquid is directly converted into vapor. Okay, so to prevent or reduce water loss, there is a waxy coating on leaves of plant. Okay, now next one, branches drooping downwards. What do you mean by drooping? Drooping means hang. Okay, as you can see in this image that branches are drooping downwards. These drooping branches help to shed excess snow to keep the branches from breaking. Okay, so this is the reason why these branches are drooping downwards. Okay, and you can also observe in this image that the color of the leaves are dark green. Okay, so the dark color of the leaves allows more solar heat. Solar heat means light to be absorbed so that they can perform photosynthesis. Okay, now the last adaptation is some trees have seeds in cones and are called coniferous trees. That means in place of flowers, some trees have cones. Okay, and these trees are called coniferous trees. From this image, you will able to understand what are cones. Okay, cone like flower is an organ of plant or trees which bears seeds. Okay, so those plants which have cones are known as coniferous trees. Okay, so pine, deodar and spruce trees are examples of coniferous trees. So these are the adaptations of plants which are present in mountains or hilly areas. Okay, now the next one is plants in heavy rainfall areas. Heavy rainfall areas. What do you mean by heavy rainfall areas? Heavy rainfall means in these areas rainfall is much more as compared to normal areas. Okay, so climate condition is heavy rainfall. Okay, next, evergreen trees are found. Now what does this word evergreen means? Evergreen, it means a tree with green leaves all through the year. Okay, why we are calling them evergreen trees? Because these trees do not shed their leaves in any month. Okay, now next adaptation, broad and abundant leaves capture sunlight for photosynthesis. That means the leaves of these type of trees are broad, okay, and flat, so that they can easily absorb more amount of sunlight, as they have plenty of sunlight and water throughout the year. So they are able to capture more amount of sunlight for the process of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the process of making food by the plants. Okay, so lychee, cashew, pineapple, sugarcane, cotton and rubber grow well in these areas. Okay, so these are the adaptations of plants which are present in heavy rainfall areas. Okay, now next is plants along the sea coast. Now what is sea coast? First, it is important for you to know about the sea coast. Now, look at this image carefully, okay? Seacoast is the area where the land meets the sea or ocean, or it is the boundary line between the land and ocean. Okay, so this is a seacoast. Clear? So, heavy rainfall is present in the seacoast area, and trees are well adapted to grow in sandy soil and salty water. Means sandy soil is present in these areas, as these areas are near the sea. See, these areas are near the sea or ocean. So, salty water is present. Okay? So, the trees in the coastal areas are well adapted to grow in sandy soil, salty water, and heavy rainfall or high rainfall. Okay? The next adaptation is strong stem. Strong stem is present that can withstand strong winds. Withstand means it cannot be damaged by strong winds. Look at this image. This is the image of a coconut tree. As you can see here, the stem is very thick and strong. So, it is able to withstand the strong winds. That means it cannot be damaged by the strong winds. Okay? Now, next. These plants have long root system that firmly anchor the plant. Okay? Anchor means to hold the plant tight in the soil. And long root system means they have long roots that grow deep into the sandy soil. And these roots also firmly anchor. Anchor means to hold the plant tight in the soil. Means these roots help to hold the plant tight in sandy soil, as they can carried away by water currents. Okay? So plants such as coconut and palms have high water requirements. So they grow in coastal areas. Okay? They are able to grow in coastal areas. Now, the last type of land or terrestrial habitat is marshy or swampy areas. Plants in marshy or swampy areas. First, we'll see what is marshy area. Okay? With the help of this image, you will able to understand what are marshy areas. Okay? So, marshy area is a type of wet land. Okay? And it is waterlogged. Means water covers ground for long period of time. As you can see in this image, it is a wet land and waterlogged. Okay? So, these areas have sticky and clay soil. That means here the soil is sticky and clay. Okay? The next adaptation is they have breathing roots. So what do you mean by breathing roots? Breathing roots are the roots which grow out of the soil to breathe. Now see this image. Okay? You will able to understand what are breathing roots. The roots of marshy or swampy areas plants cannot breathe in waterlogged soil. Okay, as air cannot reach the roots, so they are unable to take carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. So they have breathing roots that grows above the ground, as you can see in this image. These are the breathing roots. Okay, and these roots contain small air holes. That means small air holes are present in these roots. These small air holes enable the roots to get air. That means with the help of small holes present in these roots, the plant is can able to get carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, so they can perform photosynthesis. Okay, so breathing roots are present in these plants. Okay, so trees growing in marshy areas are called mangroves. That means those trees which grows in marshy or swampy areas are called mangroves. For example, Rhizophora. Okay, so these are the adaptations of plants in marshy or swampy areas. I have highlighted some words here. These are the hard words which you have to learn, like breathing roots, mangroves, anchor, evergreen trees, shed, drooping, coniferous trees. So, learn these hard words and try to identify and differentiate between different plants present in different land habitats. Okay, so this was all about adaptation in plants. Thank you.